Most memorable thing you saw happen on an aeroplane?
Most, okay. On
I'll sit back for this one then.
yeah, this Andre story. We're coming back from Tokyo on the big 747, and as big as those planes were and everything, he still couldn't get into the bathroom on those planes. And that's a 14 hours, 16-hour trip, whatever. So, I mean, Andre would always time it so that he would take a dump before, he went to the airport and before he went to the plane, and then he'd be good for a day or two, so he can make the trip, no problem. So we had been on a long tour, and I think we had come in late on buses back to the Keio Plaza Hotel where we stayed, this skyscraper hotel. And we had to leave the next day, so he never got a chance. And so we get on the plane. There's a bunch of guys, probably 4 or 5 other Americans, maybe even more. And those planes, I don't know if you've ever been on a 747.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's like 5 rows in the middle, 6 rows in the center, and then there's like 2 or 3 on each aisle. And then, in the back, they got 2 or 3 big galleys, and they got the elevators going down. And then in the very back, there's just 10 restrooms that line the whole back of the plane. So Andre, he's up in first class, and he tells them, I gotta go, I gotta go. And they're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So they bring him to the back of the plane, into the area there where they prepare the meals and shit and stuff, and get a big big black garbage bag. And they string it up between some of those carts that they use, for the drinks and everything, and then the aisles. And so basically, they pull the curtains, and Andre goes to town, buddy. And I mean, he is ripping farts that just sound like they're not human. They're I never heard anything like it. And the sounds that are coming out of there are just the guys kind of, everybody kind of worked their way towards the back of the plane, so the smell that started coming out from under the curtains there and started coming forward. And the back of the plane then was where all the smokers went. So the back of the plane had a lot of people because they all went in the back of the plane, smoked. You start smoking. There was people falling out of their seats almost into the aisles, gagging, puking, crying, screaming. And the boys and we were all falling on the floor, but just laughing ourselves just sick. I'm laughing myself hysterical. I couldn't even breathe. I couldn't laugh anymore. And he must have half filled up a garbage bag full of shit. That's how much shit. That guy weighed 600 plus pounds. And if you think about it, the size is a big man who weighs 250, and they got a lot of shit. This guy, he could eat freaking 20 pounds of food in a sitting. So he's shitting 20 pounds, And it's funny. The girls, the poor flight attendants, they were all, they had towels, and they were covering their faces, and they're trying. A couple of them were puking and shit. And were trying to bag up this bag of shit, and they finally get it bagged in that. And they bag it in another bag and another bag, and then they put it in the elevator and they sent it down to the bottom of the plane just to get it the hell out of there. And then they got the air freshener. They got some kind of air freshener and stuff to try to kill the smell. And Andre, he's in the back cleaner. And we're all laying on the floor. We're just laying in the rows, because back then the flight wasn't full, so there's tons of seats everywhere. We're just laying in the aisles and laying in the seats, just holding our sides, laughing. And he just comes walking back up to first class. Give me some wine, boss. Sits down and starts drinking and starts eating again, just like he didn't miss a beat. Didn't have a care in the world.
See, that's why he's the original WWE Hall of Famer, man.
I saw people's faces that probably will never be. They'll never be the same again after that. But I'll never forget it as long as I live.